Here we are at the start of our cache walk. We're going to take you to 6 interesting caches and some lovely places on the way.
We're at Castor Bay Beach and the first cache is right behind us.
We're heading over to the cache called Castor Oil. It's one of ours. It was hidden in 2017. There's a difficulty of 1.5 and a train of 1.5. It's called Castor Oil because there used to be a castor oil plantation here in the 19th century. Here we are at ground zero. Where would you hide the cache?
Right, this is the first geocache of the walk. What have we got? We've got a logbook that a few people have signed, which is good. We've got a little pussy cat.
A little travel bug.
Oh, there's two. He's tiny, isn't he? Pencil. Some butterflies. They're pretty. Children would like that. And a lovely butterfly clip. This is the Bahudakawa tree. We call it our Christmas tree because it flowers around December. We look forward to seeing it every year. It's beautiful.
The next cache is on the headland at the far end of the beach.
Here we are now walking up to number 2 geocache, the Bay City Rollers, hidden in 2007. It's a bit of a climb up here, but it's not too far.
Up on top of the headland is Ropara Pa. It's a site of an ancient Maori pa, a defensive settlement, and the scene of many inter-tribal battles. This is a model of a headland pa. It shows the fences, the palisades and the houses. The only difference between that and Ropara is that we don't think there were palisades at Ropara, but there were trenches and other defensive features. You can see the trench there. It was probably much deeper and 300 or 400 years ago. The pa was inhabited as early as 1466, about the time Christopher Columbus was discovering the New World. And the pa was abandoned in 1820-21 after an attack by the Ngāpuhi tribe from the north. You can see dents in the ground there, which were storage pits and possibly some house sites.
Our granddaughters enjoyed swinging on the large Bahudakawa tree on the right, leading up to number 2 geocache a few weeks ago, as I did today briefly. This geocache was created by Zork 5, hidden in 2007, difficulty 2 and terrain 2.5. It has 3 favourite points, and this is ground 0. Now, where would you hide this geocache? Okay, here's the geocache. Let's see what's in it. We've got the logbook. That's good. We've got a little measuring tape. That's very cool. A butterfly. Little teddy bear. He's cute.
Looks like Winnie the Pooh.
He does look like Winnie the Pooh. Pencil. Not sure what that is. Anyway, that's an eraser. We used to call them something else in New Zealand. And a trackable. Splinter heads. Okay. That's that one.
It's a good sized little container with some trackables and a little bit of swag.
There is, and plenty of room for more. So put more in, guys. We've put it all back again. Here we go.
After leaving the cache, it's a short walk up to a viewing platform. Here you're around 26 metres above the ocean, and that's about 85 feet. And you get a great view out over to Rangitoto, Rangitoto is an extinct volcano, and it last erupted 800 years ago. And there are a lot of great caches out there, and we will do a cache walk there in probably a few weeks' time.
We kayaked Rangitoto and back last year when it was very calm. It was just perfect for kayaking. It was beautiful.
After leaving the platform, we headed out along the coastal walk, and there's a little place where you have to go down into one of the sort of defensive trenches from the ancient pa. But all the way along this coastal walk, there are great views out towards the Hauraki Gulf, where the America's Cup was raced. Just up here at the top of the steps, we'll just show you down at the beach. Here you can see that the tide's out, and there's a lovely rocky area with lots of rock pools to explore at the end of the walk.
Oh, what a cute little dog. Hiya, fella. Oh, isn't he sweet? Walking along there.
Up here you're around 35 metres from the sea, about 114 feet up. There are a lot of houses built along this walkway to get the nice views over the Hauraki Gulf, and you feel as though you're in their front yards. This area is built on sandstone and mudstone, sedimentary rock, so it's quite soft, and over winter time there's usually one place where part of the cliff falls away. Here you can see a barricade put up by the council where there's been a slip, but it's still quite a safe walkway.
Okay, we're about to approach our third geocache. So far it's been a great walk. A little steep on the first hill going up to the pa. But that was fine because I sat down on the Pohuta Kaua branch leading up to the second geocache, and all is great now. So the third geocache, here we come.
We're just heading along to Kennedy Park, named after the American President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And it's a great place to walk dogs, and this is where our next cache is located. Fortunately, it's been hidden in the bushy area here, so the muggles with their dogs don't really affect you. This is JFK, created by G2 in 2017, difficulty 1.5 and train 1.5. And here we are at ground zero. So, where would you hide the cache? We decided now to take our drone, our Mavic Pro, up into the air so as to film Kennedy Park so you can see the World War II installations. These concrete bunkers here contain 6-inch guns, and they were put there to defend Auckland during World War II from the possible Japanese attack that fortunately never happened. Purakawa trees on the right wouldn't have been there then, they've grown up since World War II, and these gun emplacements were hidden with roofs and walls to make them look like they were houses, so that any enemy aircraft flying over would think they were looking at a seaside suburb, just some houses on the cliff top. As you'll see, they're hidden in plain sight, which is what a really good geocache is. You'll see the 6-inch guns there. Down below you can see photos of the gun emplacements made to look like houses.
Number 4 on our list is JFK Reborn. It's a multi-geocache. We were a little hesitant to look for multis because we thought they would be difficult and take too long, but this one's only 2 stages. It changed our mind on multi-geocaches. It's created by Zork 5, hidden in 2012, has a difficulty 3 and a terrain of 2. It has 14 favourite points.
Down here in the dark you can see the little alcoves where the ammunition for the 6-inch guns was stored, and also a grill which blocks off a tunnel that runs under the park.
It needs a UV torch to find the coordinates for the second stage that is only a short distance away. You can see the UV torch shining on the concrete.
After finding the actual container, we headed out across Kennedy Park and we had a look at the green building with the red roof in the distance there. This was the observation post for the 6-inch gun battery, and again it was disguised as a house, so hidden in plain sight. You can see the remains of hedge and garden that was around the house during the Second World War.
This is the second to last one in this geo walk. There are flax bushes around ground zero. Caches are very difficult to find in flax bushes. No bad bugs or thorns, just lots of places to hunt. That's good. The GPS isn't moving us in that direction. Where would you hide it?
We push the return to home button on our Mavic Pro quadcopter just to show you the Kennedy Park. Just flying over the gun emplacements. That white path heads to stairs that go down to the beach where you can see the emplacements for searchlights as part of that battery of guns. And in the distance here, just past the houses, those trees on the headland, is where Ropara is located. You can see Rangitoto, and as the copter positions itself for landing, you can see out over Hauraki Gulf to where the America's Cup was races were held, and coming down to land you can see the observation post in the far distance and the concrete 6-inch gun emplacements, and the quadcopter is just automatically landing itself back at the place where it took off.
After leaving Kennedy Park, we head down the road back to Castor Bay and our last geocache called Mosaic Hide a Lot. There's a nice cafe on the right called Picnic. The cache is slightly to the left on the way back to the car park and beach.
We're approaching ground zero. This cache was created by G2 and hidden in 2010. It has a difficulty of 1.5 and a terrain of 1.5, and we found it quite hard to locate.
We're having a lovely cup of coffee now after our geo walk. Just to let people know that it takes about 40 minutes to walk the cache walk. Now that's not including looking and trying to find the caches, nor having a good look around at the lovely views that you'll see.
And also allow a bit of time for the history of the place and reading the information panels and just having a good look around. Anyway, thanks for watching.
And don't forget to go geocaching.